Moti.
Source of influencers.
So, what are the best ways to approach you? Because you don't have a boyfriend. Do you get approached a lot?
No. It depends. It depends. Yes and no. I don't know. I've get approached by really weird ways. Like I had one time, this guy chased me down for 2 days straight and I had no idea. And then to one day I was going to a Walgreens and I was buying water because I was in prep and I'm like, I need to buy a gallon of water and I was not having it. He's like, oh, I wonder which one is the best water here. And I'm like, do you know which one's the best water? I'm like, I don't know. I don't work here. This is water. I just can drink it. And then he told me, oh, honestly, I've been chasing you down for the past 3 days, but you keep disappearing. I just wanted to say hi. So I'm like, okay, that's nice. But that was kind of creepy. He was chasing me down. I'm like, if you're gonna chase me down, don't tell me that. Because he knew which bank I went to and then tried to find me there the other days. I actually have, let's see, another way to approach me. Just be nice. Just come up to me and say hi, how you doing? Just in a nice way, not in a creepy way. So I think another bad way somebody came up to me was trying to like insult me, like be really mean to me. I don't know why.
That's a tactic, I think.
What?
That's a tactic, right? They
I
try to insult you, and then I don't know.
I know. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm like,
But it happens.
yeah, people have been really, really mean to me. Like, for example, I was at this one nightclub and this guy was just being a douchebag, like saying like, oh, I bet I can get a girl here. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's like, I don't even want you. But I'm like, okay, cool. So I didn't talk to him. Like, I don't want you. I don't even know why you're telling me that. And he got really mad. I didn't give him attention. So he started being mean to me. And I was like, listen, your game sucks. You should probably be nice to me. And then I'll probably like you. And then he got butthurt. And he apologized. Or I was at this restaurant the other day and I was wearing this big white dress and this guy was being super mean. He was like, what, did you just escape a wedding or something? And because you look like you're too overdressed to be here. And it was a restaurant in Beverly Hills. And I looked at him, I'm like, I'm surprised they even let you in here. You look like you're supposed to be at the beach right now with the homeless people. And he got so insulted because he's like never had anybody talk back to him. And then after dinner, I was like so pissed. I'm like, God, this douchebag, I can't like, why do you have to do that? And he comes up to me like, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to get your attention. You looked really good. And I'm like, well, you don't, so bye. And then his friends start laughing, like, what did that douchebag tell you? And I'm like, I don't know, but I put him in his place. So a lot of guys are mean to me. They'll say like something stupid, like you look like a White Walker for Game of Thrones, or like Dracula, or like Chucky's wife or something, or like, I don't know, like they say some mean shit. Like they're really mean to me. So.
Never normal approaches. Always mean approaches.
Mean approaches, or yeah, or
You were talking about Vegas, that you were in Vegas and that.
Oh, how guys approach me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I was in Vegas on Monday with my girlfriend. We just got our makeup done because we were gonna go out, and it wasn't even like late. It was like 8:30. So we went to the bar right downstairs from our hotel at the one, and we're like, okay, let's go grab a Berliner and a drink. And we didn't even get to the bar, and this guy tried to pick us up by asking us a lot of questions, and I'm like, first of all, you're old and ugly, don't talk to me. And second, he was just like, so, are you guys gonna come home with me or what? And I'm like, what? He thought we were prostitutes.
Was he older than The Rock?
Yeah, he looked like he was in his 60s. And then not only that, I was getting, pulling on the bartender asked for my ID, and I was like, why are they asking for my ID? I was like, I'm clearly a guest here. So he takes out my ID, and then the guy who was soliciting, he's an undercover cop. He's like, I hope they're not underage. I hope they're underage. And the guy was like, no, barely. And I'm like, what does that mean? So the bartender reads my name out loud. And you're not supposed to do that when you're at especially you're staying there. So then he was asking us a lot of questions, like what we do for work. And I'm like, okay, what do you, leave us alone? I'm like, I think you should go back to your friends because he was just being so rude. And he's like, yeah, I should. But he was clearly like...
Yeah, that's not normal if you're a guest in the hotel, right?
Yeah, if it was a guy, it would be different. But if you're a hot chick, they'll like treat you differently. Like this morning, I went to try to no, not this morning. Yesterday, I tried to have breakfast at a bar, because it's included in the thing. It's in one of the restaurants bar for breakfast, like 10:30 a.m. They asked for my ID at 10:30 a.m. and I was like ordering an orange juice. Like,
Why did they ask for your ID?
I don't know, because I'm a girl. I don't know. They want to know my name or something. I don't know. They asked for my ID to order orange juice, but they didn't ask the old girl next to me for like her ID. So
That's strange.
yeah, but anyway, that's other ways. I guess guys always approach me in weird ways. Only the ones that approach me in really nice ways, they turn out to be gay. They're like, "Yes, girl, I love your shoes," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So, but just a simple hi would be enough.
Follow the Moti on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.